What's up, guys? Just finished work about an hour ago. Then I turned on the Lyft app, and my strategy is I'm only going to take rides that are going to pay me $15 or more. And none of those came through. So, yeah, I came to one of my spots. I've got three now, and I want to get a couple more spots. I'm talking about spots where I can park and set up to spend the night in my car. I've got three spots where I know I won't get bothered. Yeah, I want to find some more spots as well, just to have a variety of places to go. So I didn't get didn't make any extra money today, but I did my I did my main job, which takes most of the day. I'm so tired, and I'm actually gonna go to the gym now and try to do a short workout. But I'm so tired. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Probably am. I mean, I gotta go to the gym anyways because I gotta take a shower because I just sweat. Like here in Florida, it's so humid. It's so freaking humid. So I just sweat all day, and I gotta take a shower, and it feels great when I take a shower. So you know, I'll probably do a short workout. I mean, I'm gonna go to the gym anyways to take a shower. Might as well do a workout. I want to talk about my some of my first impressions when I came to America. So I had not been in America for 5 years. I was in Africa, mostly Uganda, for 5 years straight, and I flew into Miami. I flew from Entebbe, Uganda, and then I flew to Doha, Qatar, and then from Qatar to Miami, which was like a 16-hour flight, really long flight. And it was just like surreal to see buildings, like multi-story buildings, and drive down a highway with a smooth road. And to see I went to South Beach the first day I arrived in Miami. I went to South Beach, and they have like these walkways along the beach that are just so orderly and clean, and also to see like the variety of people. There were a lot of tourists in South Beach, but to see all these different races of people, where I had just been in Africa, just seeing mostly black people for 5 years. Well, yeah, I'd see Chinese and Indians there in Uganda, in the bigger towns. So that was that. And then I was staying in a kind of a local area, and it seemed like an affluent area. And that place was mostly white people, which was that was a shock to me. Yeah, to be in a place with all white people, and they were mostly, it seemed like retired people, probably upper class maybe. I'm not sure, but one of the first things I noticed is just how big people are. Like big, they're fat. All the men, their shirt just kind of drops over their belly, and it's like they have a tent, or a canvas or a tent on their belly, and it just hangs down. So there's like a gap between their shorts, and where their shirt. So it's like here's where the guy's shorts stop, then his belly extends to here, and the shirt just drops off like it's dropping off a cliff. And people just waddle around. They don't walk, they waddle back and forth like this. They have like a side to side motion when they walk. And some men have like a lot of men have a meat apron. It's like their stomach hangs down from their belt line. And I had access to pretty much anything I wanted to eat. And I'd come, yeah, the like almost the whole month before I came back to America. Well, right up to about 3 weeks, yeah, about 3 weeks before I left Uganda. For that preceding month, I had malaria, so I, I when I went to get treated for malaria, I weighed in at like 182 pounds. After 1 month of being in America, I was up to 192 pounds, which is not my natural weight. I usually hover around between 180 and 185. So I gained 10 pounds in a month after coming to America. And oh, I was just amazed at like the selection of foods. Like I went in, so here in Florida, I'm not from Florida. I grew up on the West Coast in California. So there's a whole chain of supermarkets here called Publix. I had never known about them. I'd heard about them before, but damn, those Publixes they're huge. And just to go into a supermarket and just like have all this selection and these long aisles of food, and you go into the bread aisle and there's like 100 different types of bread you can buy. I mean, that just blew my mind. And many mornings I would go to a local park, and I would just sit on this bench and that was overlooking a little lake. And it was just so serene. There was like a perfectly cut grass, these smooth paved walkways for people to walk around the lake and through the park. And it was so clean and quiet. And I would just like sit there feeling kind of stunned. Like I can't believe what I've endured over the past 5 years and what I got used to. And it was like I was going from a complete opposite, from one side of a spectrum where it was total just shit, man, to be honest, just disorganization, dirty, filthy, going from that, and then now I'm in some place that's the opposite of that. And yeah, but it was overwhelming, and I kind of felt like I don't even deserve this, you know. But I was grateful, very, very grateful. But, you know, like as I'm sitting there on a park bench, I was really appreciating it all, you know, and I still do. But I see other people there, and they have no idea. Like they just take that for granted. They think they think that's the way it should be, and that they're entitled to that. And I don't even know if they know that there's any other places in the world where like that's something special, you know. Yeah, anyways, guys, that's just a few thoughts from, you know, things I noticed when I came back to America. I'm sure there's more, but yeah, just talking off the cuff. Those are the things I noticed at first. And now I've been in America now for a little over 3 months, and I always remind myself, like, remember Ryan, remember where you came from, and you know, I feel bad, and I feel a little bit of sadness in my heart because I left people there that I love in Uganda, and they still have to be there and endure that. But I remember where I came from, and I just feel so fortunate and blessed that I could come back to a place that's clean and organized, where there's rules and laws, and for the most part people obey them, and those laws and rules are enforced, and where there's actual opportunity. Like, I have a job now. I have a job that I could never get a job like this in Uganda and never be paid this much money. No fucking way, man. So I never forget where I came from, because it reminds me of the blessing that I have now. And I still try to take cold showers, because when I lived in Uganda, yeah, we didn't have hot water, so I always took cold baths, and I enjoyed them. I got used to it. I liked it. But here it's like there's nowhere you can go where the only option is to take a cold shower. There's always hot water everywhere you go. So I take cold showers still, um, to remind myself, the place I came from. All right, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed these stories. See you in the next one. Deuces.